Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Andreea, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to create this very simple look. It's not an everyday look because it took me quite a while to do it, but it's also not a full glam makeup look. I guess I was just trying a bunch of new products, and this is the look that I came out with. I don't even know how I'm gonna name this. I have to admit that most of the products that I was using are for people who are looking for very hydrating complexion especially, but everything else that I've used for my eyes, for my lips, they're brand new. Before I get into this video, make sure that you have subscribed to my YouTube channel if you haven't done it already. Click on the ring bell button. Now let's get into it. Beginning of the year, my very first makeup video in here, and it's not going to be about my favorites of 2019. Just not yet. I'm not ready for that. I didn't prepare. I need to prepare for that video and I haven't done it yet. I'm not even sure if this is a video that you guys are interested in. So please let me know in the comments if you want to see like the best or like favorites of 2019 for me. We're gonna get started with this Dr. Sebagh Vitamin C Brightening Primer. This is SPF 15 and it's just an easy primer. Has a little bit of that smoothing situation, meaning that if you have large pores, this is going to slightly perfect the skin. I can't. I tried so many times. I can't do my makeup with the hair down. You know what? Before anything else, I'm going to do my eyebrows because I'm going to be using this Glossier Brow Flick. This is in the color brown. And the best way to use this is on bare skin. You often see me using this after I've applied foundation, but if I really want this to last, if I really want to have that precision from the tip, I would have to apply it on bare skin. So here we go. When you feel like there is not much product going on, just shake it. They do look kind of dark when I don't apply foundation. That's why I only do these eyebrows when I know I'm going to do like a full makeup look. It Cosmetics CC Plus Full Coverage Cream. Such a great product. I've used it the other day. Loved it. It's not full coverage. I know they say it's full coverage. Considering I've tried so many other foundations and products, this is not full coverage. This is, I would say, medium coverage. Buildable, but still medium. I have no self-tan on. This is my natural color. You've got the true colors of me and I am fair. This is great for mature skin. And they say you can apply this as a concealer as well. I will not apply it as a concealer though today. It looks kind of light at first, but wait for me to blend it. I'm using this It Cosmetics Complexion Perfection brush. You see it covered beautifully, but not everything. You could still see skin. Now for me, this is not full coverage. I love that it has SPF 50. This is such a stretchy product. It's not one of those face products that you apply and then it dries immediately. I don't think it has alcohol. Maybe I'm wrong, but from the way I can feel it, I don't sense any alcohol. Definitely buildable, like I said, and I would say you could spread this with your hands as well, like with your fingers, not necessarily with a brush. Like if you're on the go, you could definitely apply it with your fingers. I was sent a few Bye Bye Under Eyes concealers. This color, Deep Ebony, it's a great color for contouring, not bronzing, okay, because it has that ashy tone to my fair skin right now. So all I'm going to put on the back of my hand is this amount, and then I will spread it a little bit like this. Very dark, like I said. Then I'm going to take it with this 18 brush from Refer, amazing brushes by the way, and I'm going to contour my face before I'm actually going to use concealer. The reason why I do this now is because for some of you it might be easier. So sometimes after you contour or after you use bronzer, you realize that you need a little bit more concealer. So try this. Try to use contour or bronzer first and then use concealer. You see it has that grayish tone. I told you a lot of times how to contour, but for those of you who are new, hi. You want to start from the hairline, and then you want to follow that gap that you have under your cheekbone. You don't want to go too close to your mouth. And that's for me, this is the right amount of contour, maybe even a little bit too much for during the day. So I always have my foundation brush close by and I go over it. You don't have to contour. It's not for everybody. Contouring is, first of all, if you really like the look of it, and I don't necessarily contour everybody's face, and I definitely don't contour it the same way I contour it on myself. So please keep that in mind. Not everything we see over the internet suits us. So if you don't contour your face, that's fine. Now let's move on with the concealer, and I'm going to use the Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. And I also want to answer a few questions about concealer right here, right now, as I'm doing this. The reason why your concealer gets gray is because, first of all, you did not use the right color. In our attempt to cover the dark circles, we think that if we use a lighter color, it is automatically going to cover the darkness and give the under eyes a brighter look. Now, that is unfortunately not true. So if you have a lot of darkness under your eyes, if you have that grayish, or if you have those blue or those brown under eyes, you have to first correct the color. I am lucky. I don't have a lot of darkness. I only have like a hollow, okay? That's different. But if you have darkness, you have to first color correct. What does that mean? You have to use a product, okay, to correct the color first. And that color is usually something that has slightly salmony. I'm not sure if that is a word, but you got the point, right? It's a pinkish with a little bit of orange undertone. That's the kind of product that you want to use. There are many on the market. I think I have one right here. I just received this. I don't even know if this is good or not, so I cannot tell you I recommend this, but I'm just trying to show you the color. This is what I would use to correct under eyes that are slightly dark. The darker your under eyes are, you want to get even darker with the corrector. You want to use something like this to correct the darkness, and then go ahead and apply concealer. So first correct and then conceal. Now, like I said, my dark circles are not that bad. I can get away with just concealer. I'm going to use, like I said, the Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. I've actually mixed light fair and medium amber, which is 23.5. I'm going to use the other side of my It Cosmetics brush. And I like to start lower than where my dark circles actually are. I get in that inner corner. That's where we're usually darker. And then I move on and apply a little bit of that concealer on the brow bone. For my ladies out there who have a hollow under your eyes. Now, unfortunately, there is not much you could do about it. You could trick a little bit the eyes with a lighter concealer to bring that hollow a little bit more forward. Makeup can correct everything that is color-wise. Everything else, I'll take a flat brush. This is actually a concealer brush from It Cosmetics, and I've taken that fair concealer only, and I apply it right on this line, right on this shadow right here. And I don't blend it too much. Now, like I said, this is going to give the illusion that that gap is not as deep. Especially when I'm going to apply powder, you will not get to see that shadow in there as much. Okay, now I'm going to move on with this Bye Bye Pores from It Cosmetics. This is a pressed powder. Looks like this. You have a little mirror and a little sponge that I will not use. However, I'm going to use this beautiful Heavenly Luxe brush from It Cosmetics, Just gonna take a little bit of this powder. This has mica, it has silica powder. The main ingredients are not talc, which is good if you have dry skin. This is just going to mattify. This brush is so soft. Incredibly soft. Oh my god, what do they use for this? Now, if I want a makeup to last for the whole day, I need to use a little bit of powder, especially for my T-zone, because I get a bit oily in there. I've noticed that my foundation tends to rub off my chin and the tip of my nose if I don't powder. And that is usually because I don't powder. I don't powder all the time, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I'm just lazy. Notice how I don't powder in this area and also not under the eyes just yet. Now I'm going to take this tiny little brush from NARS, and I'll take the same powder and set the under eyes. Especially with the Bye Bye Under Eye, I find that it's a very hydrating concealer. It doesn't crease as much as others. So if you have dry skin, or if you have you could be young and have very, very dry and very thin skin around your eyes, and whatever you use, you know, it just emphasizes the wrinkles. Try this one. Try the Bye Bye Under Eyes. It's a very hydrating concealer. And also using this tiny brush, I like to apply the powder around the nose right here. Again, this is a place where I get very oily throughout the day. Do you know those very annoying lines we have right here? Look at mine. The wrinkle, it's right here, you see? Sometimes foundation can set in there and it's very annoying. I feel you, I know. So what you want to do is take a smaller brush and apply a little bit of powder. Make sure the foundation did not crease in there. That should prevent it from creasing. Now, after I've powdered, I'm going to use some bronzer. The bronzer usually is a little bit warmer. So the contour has that gray shade. The bronzer is a little bit warmer. I'm going to use this one from Fenty Beauty. This is in Shady Biz. It's matte, and I'll take it with this Rephr 05 brush. A little bit on the nose. A little bit on the chin. Next, I'm going to use this Milani blush. This is in Luminoso. I love this blush, and it's a drugstore product. Unfortunately, it's not available in France. I got it from Target in the US. I'm so surprised of how much drugstore makeup you guys have in there. I know most of my audience is from the US. I'll use this Hakuhodo brush to apply the blush. Now, I know Hakuhodo is pretty hard to find. Rephr has this very similar, the one that I've just used for bronzer. This is 05, amazing brushes, by the way. They're made in the same city in Japan where Hakuhodo is made. $80 a brush and $5 blush. I would rather have a very cheap makeup and amazing high-end brushes than the other way around. I love Luminoso. I'm sure you guys have seen everywhere the new Fenty Beauty palettes, eyeshadow palettes. They come in this beautiful packaging. You've got 6 colors. What's great about them is that you can stock them like this. It's like having 2 palettes in one. Very practical, very ingenious. If you get one, I think it's 25 euros. If you get 2 of them, it's like 45, so you get a little discount. However, I love the colors. The first 3 palettes, so 1, 2, 3, let me show them to you. So number 1, this is True Neutrals, and I think this is going to be their most sold palette. Number 2, Cool Neutrals. It looks like this. I did a look on my stories. Check out my Instagram because I do tutorials in there as well on my stories. I did a look using this palette and especially this color right here, and it was amazing. Color payoff is just crazy. And the third one is Deep Neutrals. This is great if you have dark skin tone. This is going to be like your neutral. I love how buttery they are. Compared with the Moroccan Spice eyeshadow palette that Fenty first launched, these are much better in my opinion. Like the pigment, the finish, the longevity of these eyeshadows is much better. I'm going to use this palette right here. I know it's just a basic palette. You probably have something similar. It looks good with the colors that I have on me right now. I'm gonna, right after I film, I need to leave. So I'll take the first color right here, and I'm just gonna apply it lightly on the brow bone. I'm going to take this middle color right here with this Refer 01 brush and apply it at the end of my eye and also on the lower lash line. And the way I like to blend is by doing these tiny little circles. The more you deep your brush into the color, the more intense it's gonna look. So you can really play with these shadows. Next, I'm going to take this color right here with my finger and apply it on the mobile lid. Alright, now I'm going to take the darkest color right here with a 219 brush from MAC, and I'm going to place this color at the end of my eye in a winged shape. So basically want to make the eye look a little bit longer. In order to do that and to give that cat eye look, you do not want to apply any dark eyeshadow like right here. You just want to do it at the end of the eye, like where your last lash is, okay? Now I like to look in a bigger mirror to like correct the eyes. Alright, now we're going to take any flat brush and apply the same eyeshadow that you apply on the mobile lid. Apply it right here on the lower lid. I'm going to use this Victoria Beckham lip liner. This is in the color 01 and it's just amazing. I love her lip liners. She's got two colors. This is such a beautiful everyday lip liner. And then the lipstick I'm going to use today is this Max Factor. This is in the color Nude Rose 015. Such a pretty color. Also from Max Factor, I'm going to use this Miracle Sculpting Wand. This is in the color Universal. Kind of reminds me of the Hollywood Beauty Light wand from Charlotte Tilbury. And when I saw it, I'm like, this must be like a cheap copy. It is cheap as pricing, but it's a great product. I have to admit it. I'm taking it with the Laura Mercier cheek brush. I mean, it's so similar with the Charlotte Tilbury. It's crazy. And look at this shine. I mean, it's incredibly soft and subtle. I would say the one from Charlotte Tilbury has a little bit more of that gold champagne. This one doesn't really have a pigment. It's more like a sheer highlighter. Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Alright guys, this is the final look. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a favorites 2019 video or if you're not really interested in that. Because if you're not interested, I mean, what's the point of doing a video? Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel if you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet. Follow me on Instagram. I do looks in there as well on my stories, so don't miss that. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!